Testing. Here is a video about how to make a dice. Whoa! Hello guys, welcome to another tutorial after a very long time not making any. I'm gonna try and make some more, obviously. So I'm back here. What am I saying? What am I on about? Anyway, you're all here for the. Hello guys. Today we are going to be making a simple little dice. Yeah, let's just jump right into it. So here is the default scene to begin with. We're just going to press tab and jump into edit mode here. And then what we're going to do is we're right click on this and we will subdivide. And we'll come down to this little tab just here, subdivide, and we're going to subdivide it 4 times to give us enough faces to work with and enough detail as well. I'm also going to jump and put my screencast keys on so you can see what I'm doing. If that starts working, there we go. Cool. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is going to select. Let's have this one be just the one roll. Okay. Just remembering what I'm doing myself for a second. Okay, so it's 7 on each opposite face. So we need 1 on this side, and we're going to need 6 on this side. And we'll just do it like this. And later what we're going to do is we're going to inset these faces. So inset is basically just click on a face, press I and come in like that. Not just there, that would look awful. But anyway, that's what we're going to do. So we're just going to go around and select all the right faces to make the little holes for the rolls. What am I saying? Anyway, 3 there, 4 on this side, and then we need 2 and 5. Not that one. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. So before we jump into that, I'm just going to add a subdivision surface so that as we can edit it, we're going to be able to see the results live as we go. So we're going to press I, and that's going to inset, and we'll go to about there, and then we're going to right click, poke faces, and then we can instantly see how far these holes are being pushed in. Okay. So this way we can see exactly what it's going to look like once we're finished with it. So I'm going to tab out of this because I'm happy with that, I think. And I'm going to shade it smooth. Then we get a little bit clearer, kind of nicer view of it there. I'm going to leave that modifier on for now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to each of these dice roll indents and I'm going to tighten those up a little bit by adding a loop cut. So the way to do that is just press Control R, hover just above the kind of area that you want to go. It's going to bounce all over the place because we've got lots of vertices it can snap to and areas it wants to cut. But we're going to go just here and we're going to tighten that up and it will give us a nice crisp kind of indent. So I'm going to go around and do all those. And you can jump around from different sides by using the numpad. So 1 is the front face, Control 1 will be the back face, 3 will be the right face, and Control 3 is going to be your left face. And then the same for 7 and Control 7. It's going to be top and bottom, respectively. Just going to go through that. Do it now. Okay, there we go. And now those all look very crisp, quite cool. I'm just going to hold Z and this will change how we're viewing the model. So you can go to wireframe if we need more detail like that, see what's going on inside the model. Or you can go material preview, which is almost like rendered mode, but less detail. And here is actual rendered model. Okay, so I think we're going to need a little bit more light in here. Just going to click on our light and either just bring it closer or we can boost it. I'm just going to bring it a little bit closer for now. And then, of course, add a little plane for this to sit on. I can press S to scale it. and 10 to blow up a little bit bigger, maybe a bit bigger than that. S and 5 to make it even bigger, 5 times bigger than it was. And I'm going to press 1 to view it inside in the front facing mode. I'm going to press G, Z to bring it up. Just place it on top of her face just there. Top of that plane. That's cool. Now I'm going to add a color, just like we saw on the intro. Like add a strong bright orange here. Looks pretty good. Gonna lower the roughness to make it a little bit shiny. Again, just basic kind of tweaks. And now I'm going to add a little bit of white just to the inside of these holes to make them pop a little bit more. So what we're going to do now is we're going to apply a subdivision surface modifier. They're going back. It's okay. Normally before that, actually I'm going to go back. So a good practice to do at this point is actually just to save it. So I'm going to save this and call it V001. And there we go. Now I'm ready to apply this, because every time that you do this, that's a destructive kind of workflow. So once you've applied that, you can't just, I mean, you can Control Z right now and go back, but later on, you're not going to be able to Control Z to that point where you can undo it. So you've got to be fairly sure. Or what some people do actually, just going to jump back again. Some people might just duplicate this, move it over to the side, and then apply to this one. And this one still has the subdivision surface untouched, so you can just hide that. And then if you needed to go back, you've got a backup, so you don't have to worry too much about it now. Anyway, I'm going to click on this, tab in again, and I'm going to go to the front face, and we're going to press 1 to select vertexes. And I'm just going to select the middle vertex of each of these little indents. And I will show you what we're going to do and how we're going to add a color to these in just a second. Just going to skip through this. So what I'm doing just here is I just switched to wireframe mode just so I can select all the way through. Only problem is this might accidentally make you pick things that are on the other side, so you've got to watch out for that. So there's the one from the top side, I believe. And in fact, you can see as well that I have selected vertex that isn't there. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to jump back to render mode, and I'm just going to hide the plane because that's going to help me select the right one. I'm going to come back up here, hold Control to remove these ones that I've accidentally selected. So that the rest is still correct. Press Control 7 to jump back down to this and carry on selecting them. Okay, I think that is all of them now. Okay, so from here, I'm going to go to top mode because it's got the most light at the moment. Could always just do this, make it a bit easier to see. Not worry about the rendering and the lighting. Okay, now what we're going to do is I'm going to hold Control and then I'm going to press plus. And this is going to expand our selection. And as you can see, it's selecting just a little bit more of each one as we do that. I'm going to come down the side here like this. And for now, I'm going to see what this looks like. Come back over to this Material Properties tab. And as you can see, that's the orange that's applied to the rest of it. Now I'm going to press this little plus, create a new material. And this is just a white at the moment. Amplify that a little bit, make it a little bit brighter, and reduce the roughness a little bit to keep in the theme with the rest of them. And I'm going to click Assign. Now, if we hold Z, jump into Rendered, we will see that it has colored all of them at once, just like that, nice and easy. And we have our finished little dice. So I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. I'm going to keep trying to come up with some more stuff to do. Just thought it would be this nice little thing to make in the meantime. Let me know if there's anything else you want to see in the future, guys. Thanks very much. See you later.